What's up everyone? Today we're going to be talking about Clover stock, why it's up today, and where it could be heading this week. Let's get into the video. Hi everyone, my name is Zach and welcome back to Finance Bro. Before we get into the video, I'd like to ask you guys to please leave a comment of how many shares of CLOV you have, and also consider leaving a like and subscribe as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you guys want to see our public stock portfolio where you can see when we buy and sell stocks, and then also you want a free stock that could be worth up to $70, then go ahead and get signed up with Public and follow us on Public with the first link in our description. But with all that out of the way, let's get straight into our stock for today, which is going to be CLOV stock. So here we are on public.com, and you can see that Clover Health Investments did not do well today, down about 3.5%, but in after hours is actually where it all went down after their earnings call. They were up about 8%. We're going to be going over technical analysis on that a little bit later on the video, so if you guys want to see my technical analysis and also the news that's coming out in this video on the earnings call, go ahead and stick through the entire video so you don't miss a thing. But here we are on stocktwits.com. Now this is a place where you can see which stocks are trending. We're not sponsored by StockTwits, but we are sponsored by Public, first link in the description. But you can also see here that CLOV is the number 2 trending ticker. This is at 5 p.m. too, and so earnings came out 4 hours ago and they're still trending number 2, as well as being the 9th most active stock on StockTwits. So overall, investor sentiment in CLOV very high today. They're not normally on this list, so it's good that we're getting some eyeballs on CLOV. But we can actually hop into a little bit of news. We also have another piece of news we're going to go over after this, but basically the implied volatility was surging for a CLOV stock option. So let's go over this. Investors in Clover Health Investments Corp. CLOV need to pay close attention to the stock based on moves in the options market lately. That's because the August 27, 2021 $15 call had some of the highest implied volatility out of all equity options today. So basically what this means is that investors think that on August 27th, CLOV will be above $15. Now, if that would be the case, that is close to 100% return in about 2 weeks. Now, just because this high volatility is happening with CLOV doesn't mean that for a fact that this is going to be at $15 by that strike date. It just means that people are pretty bullish on the stock and they think that it could possibly be going up to $15 by August 27th. But it is very interesting that this is one of the highest implied volatility options today. They go over different stuff about analysts and what is implied volatility, but you guys don't really need that. Basically, all you need to know is that CLOV has some really high volatility about this August 27th date for a $15 call. So if you guys are in CLOV, keep an eye on this date because maybe some people know some things that we don't know. Okay, now we can go over the real news for today, and that is going to be that Clover Health stock is on the rise with revenue gains. So let's go over this a little bit. We'll go over kind of the rest of the earnings call a little bit later in this video, but there's just some really cool things that they pointed out in this Market Watch article. So let's go over this. Meanwhile, Clover Health, a healthcare insurance services provider, saw shares rise above 7% in after-hours trading Thursday. Clover Health reported that second quarter revenue more than doubled to $412 million compared to $172 million in the year-ago quarter. It swung to a loss of $171 million, or 78 cents a share, compared with net income of $5.4 million or 1 cent per share in the same period a year ago. But they have started doing a lot more revenue, so obviously that makes sense why they are having a loss right now. It's because they're doing a lot more business. Adjusted for change in the fair value of the company's public and private placement warrants, stock-based compensations and other costs, the company's loss was about $138 million. Analysts surveyed by FactSet had forecasted an adjusted loss of $65 million or 14 cents per share on revenue of $412 million. So yeah, basically revenue is up, and we'll go over why this is, or why the stock is up even though they have reported a loss. And you can see here that according to the earnings call, they beat on revenue by 100%. So what was expected was 200 million, and they reported 400 million, and that's why it's up so much. But year over year, we are up about 18%. Net change in cash up 500 or almost 600%, and the cost of revenue is up 46% as well. But really, the massive thing here is going to be the revenue changing. So yeah, basically up to 408 or 12 million instead of 200 million. So yeah, basically beat by 100%. Just a quick thing to mention about Clover stock: this is a low market cap company at only 3 billion. So this is something that could definitely run up to that $15 level. About the implied volatility talked about earlier. As for performance outlook, it's supposed to go up in the short term, and bullish pattern is detected, as well as you can see here that their revenue has been going up every year, as well as people have this at about a $10 price target. So just a little bit of upside there, but as we saw with the implied volatility, a lot of people think that this will be that this could go up pretty substantially. In terms of debt, they do have a lot. They have 800 million in debt. Current assets only 28 million. I don't really like their balance sheet, but this isn't the most updated balance sheet. You can see that nothing has really changed except for their total debt is down to 50. Okay, they only have 55 million in total debt. Their current assets, okay, their balance sheet actually does look good in March. Basically, it wasn't looking good in 2020, but it is looking good now. So actually, sorry, the balance sheet does look good. But now we can finally go over some technical analysis on CLOV, and we can see here that actually we did draw some lines in our last video to talk about, you know, whether this is going to be bullish or bearish this week, and it did go above our resistance line at that 850 level. So I think we will be bullish this week, especially with this earnings V. Obviously, we don't want to drop below the support line at 785. But since this earnings beat did do well, I think we will be bullish this week. And you know, as long as we stay above this $850 range tomorrow, I think we have a pretty strong case that CLOV will be bullish come tomorrow morning. But what do you guys think on this? I'm definitely interested in hearing your thoughts on whether this is going to be bullish or bearish this week. If you guys have any thoughts on anything else, any questions on anything else about CLOV stock or any other stock for that matter, go ahead and leave that in the comment section below. I'm going to try to get to as many of you guys as possible, and make sure you guys get your free stock with Public, and follow us on there. We're trying to get our cloud up on Public. But yeah, that is pretty much going to be it for the video. Make sure you guys leave your comments in the comment section below. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm when you comment. And also leave a like and subscribe, and consider turning on post notifications, as it really helps with the growth of the channel in general. Yeah, but my name is Zach, and I hope to see you in the next video.